Greetings all, it's Max and we're back. And Max is triggered. I'm going to talk about the dangers of cults in general. But in this particular instance, I'm going to have to keep going after Brian. Because he's training up followers to be racist douchebags. I don't know what else to say. That apparently, unless they're a part of the cult, are not saved. Unless you're part of Brian's cult. And now, I had no idea. Chad Wilson told me about this with Jeremy Carter. And Chad was apparently a part of the flock a week ago. But now they're calling him out on this live stream. And I came in and Chad sent me an email about that they're doing a live stream, so I went up and watched it. And as soon as I said hi to Victoria, they banned me. I've never spoken to these people before. I don't know who Jeremy, whatever, Carter. I don't know who you are. I don't know who this kid is either. And they banned me just for saying hi to somebody. Fine. Is that Christian? Now, would you not want to talk with people who have opposing views about the Bible? Isn't that kind of why you do a live stream? No. Brian's people are all about preaching to the choir. And anybody who is not part of the choir, we're going to kick off. And they're lost. And they're heretics. Whatever you want to call them. They're just bad people. Ed Feniger is a bad person. Now that Chad Wilson is left the flock, he's a bad person now too. It's insulting, and this is cult mentality, okay? This is cult mentality. I will not be surprised when the FBI raids Brian Denlinger because he's starting a cult. This is what it is. And he has little boys like this completely mind controlled. And this guy is pretty smart, okay? He's really smart. But he's locked into the Brian Denlinger cult. Jeremy Carter, locked into the Brian Denlinger cult. Just locked into it. It's sad. I watched them ban like 10 or 15 people off of the chat because they just can't handle questions. They just can't handle it. Neither can Brian Denlinger. They're all cowards. They are all cowards. Because they cannot support their doctrine from the Bible. But we're KJV only. No, buddy. And I listened to this live stream, and they spent 15 minutes supporting racism. Supporting it. Racism is cool. It's a good thing. People shouldn't intermarry. Okay, where did you get that idea from? Because it's not in the Bible. Anywhere. It's not in there. Interracial marriage is all through the Bible. And you're going to try and say, bring it into the church age, interracial marriage is a sin. You nutcase. You're a nutcase. And I'm not going to say that a person is saved or lost based on that. I'm just going to say you're wrong on that doctrine. I don't believe that way. But they can't deal with me. They got to ban me so that I can't even talk or say anything on their stream. They don't know me. I have no idea who Jeremy Carter is. Tonight was the first night that I've ever even seen the guy. But they're so ingrained in the cult mentality that they're insane. They're twisted. And they don't get it. The people that you want to save are the ones who don't believe like you. You don't just ban them. Okay? Those are the ones. I mean, if what their message is true, if their message is true, you would want to include those people and pray for everybody that they get saved. Instead, what I get is, I'm a lost heretic. No one's ever said where I was talking heresy. No one's ever said anything like that. It was just your band. And you want to go after all these other people. And that is cult mentality. Okay? Where if you don't believe like me, well, then you're out of the club. That's Freemasonry. It's Catholicism. It's whatever you want to call it. Christianity is not that way. It's inclusive. Okay? And the idea that you're not saved, and these people, this idiot right here, who's 17 years old, is calling out people on their salvation and stuff like this. It's like, who in the heck are you? And he admits, I was saved less than a year ago. Why are you on the internet? Get off the internet. Just get off. You're not ready yet. You're not. And I don't know how long Jeremy Carter has been doing his thing. It's nice that you stole my graphic. Whatever. Fine. That's fine. But I'm the bad man. I am the bad man because I disagree with Pope Brian Denlinger. And that's what this is all about. If you watch this weekly fellowship, the last video they did, watch that, and you tell me. You tell me who is Christian. These people are making fun of, okay, Chad Wilson was on there too, and they banned him, and that's how I found out about the live stream. They ban him because they can't talk to him. They ban me. I have no idea who these people are, but they know who I am. Okay. You guys are real stand-up Christians then. Real stand-up guys. Then they go on to go attack Ed Feniger and make fun of his looks and stuff, as well as support racism and talk about Southern pride and all this stuff. I mean, it's the classic cult mentality. The classic cult mentality. And it's dangerous. I never knew it was this bad. It honestly shocked the hell out of me. It just shocked me that really people are doing this. That say that, well, we're KJV only and you're a heretic if you don't believe like us because we're KJV. Well, and of course, this is one where Brian actually goes on their live stream and stuff like that. So it's a cult, man. It's a cult. And I hope that these people wake up. That's all I can do is just hope that they wake up a little bit and be like, maybe Brian is not the guy that we should be following. Maybe he's wrong in some areas. Maybe we should call him out. And we'll look at definition of cult, a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. Oh, Brian. A relatively small group of people having a religious belief or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister. Yeah. Yeah. You want to change the gospel, Brian. That's sinister. A misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. This is everybody here in a nutshell. Everybody who's watching Brian in a nutshell. And Chad even said, yeah, a week ago I'd be right there with those guys, and I couldn't believe that I did that. They're under a spell. Brian Denlinger is casting spells. That's what he's doing. This is his entire income. And he cannot talk to anybody who gives him any any crap about what he says. He's not capable of doing it. He knows what he's teaching is wrong. He knows it. But then he trains little armies of kids to go preach it on to other people. Preach it on to other people. I honestly do not think that Brian was that bad, but now after listening to people that Brian has trained and their militaristic attitude towards the Bible, I'm going to say that guy's cult leader. And everything that Brian comes out with, I'm going to shut down. Every single thing. Just like Ed Fenninger. Anything that this idiot comes out with, Rod of Iron, Jeremy, yeah, you're a moron, dude. You're a moron. And you can't handle me. You can't handle me because you're a coward. Just like your Messiah. Just like your Messiah. You're a coward. And kid, you have no business being on the internet. Okay? Go play video games. All right? I know you're a smart kid, but don't start talking the Bible with people who have been around the block a bit. Okay? So, the dangers of the Brian Denlinger ministry is that you come out with people who are just bitter, racist, pig-headed, one-sided, and believe that they're right because Pope Messiah, Brian Denlinger, told them they're right. And that's incorrect. You didn't get that from the Bible. You didn't get that. You didn't get that racism stuff from the Bible. You got it from Pope Denlinger. Think for yourself, man. Think for yourself. And I think with that, we're going to be out of here. There is more that I want to add to this, but I'm a little bit triggered right now. And I'll probably go into it further in further detail in the future. It's sad, man. It's sad. Okay? I don't have a problem talking to anybody. If someone's a troll, well, yeah, fine, ban them. But to call somebody lost because you say they're lost, they don't believe like you do, is ridiculous. And that's all these people do. That's all they do. You're lost, you're lost, you're lost. I'm saved, you're lost. Like they're getting a trophy. It's ridiculous. And I will not be surprised when Brian in 5 years gets raided by the FBI in a Waco thing, because that's what he's doing, a cult. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with having different ideas about how you interpret scripture and things like that and discussing it. But to call other people lost who don't believe exactly the same way as you do is a cult. That's what it is. And they're bringing up kids to be the army of the cult. And that's satanic. So I've made the decision that I'm just going to keep going after Brian now. I mean, apparently they all know who I am. He won't deal with me. He's going to have his little army of minions deal with me. It's a pathetic coward. Pathetic. With that, we're going to be out here.